Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star, and it's been one hell of a game today. I mean, this side looked so different compared to the side that played Chelsea over the weekend. We have Prasham with us. Prasham, are you ecstatic, speechless? What adjective do you want to use to describe your state right now?
This was magic, man. What a night. This was absolutely magical. This was fantastic. To everyone who said that Manchester United were just in this group to make the numbers up, where are y'all now? What do you want to say? The next game is against Istanbul Başakşehir. If we win that, we're on 9 points and we're well and truly through to the next round of the UEFA Champions League. So to everyone who said that Man United was in this group just to make the numbers up and we were the whipping boys of this group, come out, just go into hiding. It's over for y'all. You know, now let's come to this game, Vishesh.
No,
You
no,
said it was
Prasham,
different from
Prasham,
Chelsea.
including those people, the Ole bandwagon that came out after the 6-1
Yeah,
loss against Spurs.
yeah,
Where are you now?
yeah,
I mean, isn't
yeah.
it becoming
No,
more
no,
and more
Vishesh, that's what I'm
evident
saying.
the
That's what I'm saying.
importance of
Let's
the
come to this
preseason?
game, Vishesh. Let's come to this game, Vishesh. This is what I want to say. Because there are two things. You asked, was this different? What happened? Where was this team against Chelsea? This team was there against Chelsea, but we didn't take our chances. Today, we were absolutely ruthless. And every player on that pitch can hold their head high. Now, let me start by talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, first of all. This man knows how to win a big game. He knows how to turn up when it matters. It's almost like he lives that Champions League night every single day because he just knows when it matters. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just turns this level up. The formation, personally, I'm not a fan of it, but the way he executed it today, the way he brought the team out today, the energy there was in the team, Paul Pogba was actually running around the pitch like this game mattered. When was the last time we've seen that? Fred was his usual best, absolutely brilliant. Matic did what he does. And then Donny van de Beek in the first half, again, those movements that he makes were very crucial. And then Pogba's assist for Mason Greenwood's goal. Delicious. It was delicious. And then the way Greenwood takes it. I mean, the British media must be having a meltdown right now. I mean, they must be blood must be pouring out of their tears that Mason Greenwood has actually scored a goal. They must. I don't know how they're handling it right now. They must not be able to compose themselves. It's so sad that they always look out for Man United and Man United players to be the scapegoat, and then we always give it back
Prasham,
to them because
Prasham,
we are the
Prasham.
club that doesn't
Let's
go away, Vishesh.
let's forget about that and let's look at this. And I want to
No,
bring.
Vishesh, this is important to say because we are the club that doesn't go away. What did they say about Marcus Rashford? What did they say about Marcus Rashford? The man is done in football. Concentrate on off the pitch activities. Here is he. The man is the top scorer in the UEFA Champions League at the moment. A hat trick against RB Leipzig, who are German champions after coming on from the bench. If this is not the Ole effect, I don't know what is. Super sub coming on of the bench. He had four chances, he took three of them. I can't ask for
He
more.
didn't even
He
take the
gave the
penalty.
penalty to Martial. He gave the penalty to Martial. You could see how confident he must be, how unselfish he is. It's not a show that he does this off the pitch. On the pitch as well, he is unselfish. He is absolutely unselfish. He gave it and he got another chance and he buried it. The explosiveness was there, the cutting was there, the finishing was there. Brilliant. The running ability he always had, but today he showed the ability that Marcus Rashford truly has, and he showed it against PSG, and he's shown it again today. But what about Mason Greenwood, man? What about Mason Greenwood? What a player! What a man! He takes his chances and he does it. But wait, I'm not done with digging my players up yet. Aaron Van Bissaka. Aaron Van Bissaka. I don't even want to talk about the controversy that was happening and all that, but the way he's locked that right hand side down since that PSG game is unbelievable. The tackles he made today. If the player lifts a leg and he sees a spot, he tackles and gets the ball. He just does it. He just does it. It was unbelievable the way he was playing today. In the second half, in the first half, towards the end, they had a few chances down the right where it could have been dangerous, but Van Bissaka completely shut it down. Completely shut it down. Maguire and Lindelof are growing into what they were, post lockdown and last season. They're growing into that slowly, slowly. Luke Shaw made a couple of good slide tackles as well. And then finally, I come to the man who's woken up from his slumber, the man who has served this club its lowest of lows, and he's yet remained there and not gone wherever he could have gone. David De Gea. If anyone ever said that squad depth is not needed, give them the example of David De Gea. Dean Henderson has woken up David De Gea like, from, I don't know, sleep or a coma almost. He has just come out and absolutely shut his critics down. Since that Spurs game, Man United and De Gea have not conceded a goal to an opposition player. We've scored two own goals. We are helping oppositions to score because they can't score against us. Today, two brilliant reflex saves, commanding, playing out of the back. You cannot fault his game again. And he is not only growing into his game, I will say he is back. You know, fear Arsenal should fear us not only because our strikers are in form, because their biggest nemesis David De Gea is also back now. This was an absolutely terrific performance from every single player on the pitch and off the pitch. When was the last time we could take off Donny van de Beek and bring on Bruno Fernandes, take off Mason Greenwood and bring on Marcus Rashford, or should I say Sir Marcus Rashford, take off Matic and bring on McTominay, bring on El Matador, Edinson Cavani. When was the last time we could bring off so much quality off the bench? This is a, this is this was absolutely brilliant. This is one of those nights you live for as a fan. The biggest stage of them all, the biggest stage of them all, the Champions League, in the group of death where people wrote us off completely. We've gone there and beaten the finalists from last year and the semi-finalists from last year. Semi-finals. We've beaten two. Julian Nagelsmann, who's hyped as one of the most tactical managers in the world, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has tactically outsmarted him. He stifled that midfield. Before the thing I said that, oh, they have a better midfield than ours, and you said that, no. I completely agree. I think he completely stifled them in the midfield, and the way he worked that diamond, the small movements, the ability for Pogba to actually play freely, and he was also doing his defensive work. Ah, man, this was just a special game, a special night, and I think we'll remember it for many a night to come. And I hope we can carry this form. I think, you spoke about the Chelsea game, but I kept saying, that it wasn't that we played badly against Chelsea. We didn't play badly. We were there to win the game, whereas Chelsea were there to take a draw. We were there to win the game. We had our chances, we didn't take them. Today we had our chances, we took them, and you can see it's 5-0. And I don't have much to say. Look at our fixtures. We beat PSG, we drew to Chelsea, and today we beat in Leipzig. That's three big games that people thought we were completely not going to do anything. That's 9 points out of which we've taken seven. And Arsenal were going to beat for sure. I can guarantee that. But this is an absolutely phenomenal performance. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, after rotating players, remember this is a rotated team. Bruno Fernandes, our best player by far, hasn't started. Pogba, who wasn't getting a look in, has started. Mason Greenwood has started after all the controversy. So this is a rotated team, and we yet whipped them. We whipped them. And make no mistake of it, this was no fluke. We dominated the game. And I mean, after 5-0, if someone says it's a fluke, I don't know what football they understand.
Prasham, you've covered up most of it, but I wanna touch on few points. We say that, and this is because I have been a great Ole supporter since day one, and you know that. And we say he's tactically out of depth, and he makes substitutions at the wrong moment, and so on and so forth. But in the last three games, maybe he took the safer side against Chelsea, but the PSG game and RB Leipzig has been spot on. I mean, the
But
substitute.
Vishesh, I don't think he took the safer side against Chelsea either. I think bringing on Mason for McTominay, he was taking that risk. He
Yeah.
opened in fact, I'm giving Ole a lot of credit, man. I'm giving Ole a lot of credit because let's face it, he showed a lot of tactical weaknesses. But now that he has the players, he's making the bold decisions. To drop Paul Pogba is probably one of the boldest decisions he's made. He's making the bold decisions and they are paying off for him. And that is what I want to see. I don't mind losing. I don't mind lose. Obviously, I mind losing. But what I have a problem with is not fighting, not trying enough. And I can see that the boys are trying. The boys are doing as much as they can. And that Spurs game seems long forgotten, and that was a blip. It almost seems that if we play Spurs now, we probably might whip them as well. But that is why I say I give Ole a lot of credit right now. Because if you think about it, in the PSG game, we played a 3-5-2, right? Or a 5-3-2, however you want to say.
Yeah.
In the Chelsea game, we reverted back to a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Today we have played the 4-4-2 diamond.
Yeah.
That's three different formations. That's the three different systems within three games. Nagelsmann had been hailed for using three formations in an entire season, whereas Ole has done it in three different games. He's used three formations, and in my view, he's got the result. I know Chelsea draw. A lot of people said we should have won that game, but he got the result. A draw at Old Trafford, I know is disappointing. I know it sounds stupid when I say it, but at the end of the day, it's Chelsea, and we played well. We played well. So three different systems within a week, and he's made them work. He's made them work with different sets of players. I don't think there is anybody in right now. If they say that Ole did not know what he was doing or he got lucky, I wouldn't. I mean, they don't understand football. I see Ole improving, and I have to give him credit where it's due. And a lot of people, a lot of WhatsApp band groups are like, "Oh, Ole is not doing this right. Oh, it's a shit start against Chelsea. Oh, this is wrong. This is not right." At the end of the day, you have to realize you're playing against some of the fastest striker and fastest players and very players with a lot of guile and trickery. You can't just open up and play as you want to. Today also, what was it? We played fast counters. We played very fast counters, one touch, two touch football, and quick build up. It wasn't that we were just running ahead mindlessly. There was a plan. There was a plan, and we followed it, and it was fantastic. And I don't want to hear this talk about fluke, Ole doesn't know what he's doing, the players aren't good enough. The players are good enough. Our attack is to be feared. Our attack is to be feared. If Paul Pogba decides to turn up in every game the way he did today, oh boy, he's going to take the Premier League by storm.
So, guys, I mean, Prashant can go on for an hour if I allow him to right now, but let's just take this as a huge positive in our bank. We finally won our first game at Old Trafford, so let's take that also into account. And 6 points, we may just be favorites to top the group now. Anyways, on
We are.
yeah.
We are favorites, Vishesh. What do you mean we may be? We are favorites.
I mean, initially we initially we were headed back to Europa, right? So now I don't know what pundit is going to come out and say what after this game. But that being said, Prasham, that's about it, guys, from us when it comes to this game. Do see our other videos. We'll see you before the Arsenal game, and hopefully we continue this form into the Premier League.